Okay, so taken delivery of a Harley Benton HB-50, which is a hollow body bass guitar, single pickup. This is a B stock one. It's just been delivered, but the box is open. Now the delivery driver said he didn't know how this happened. So maybe someone's inspected it, or maybe someone's had a look. I can't imagine with all these staples in it, it's come undone in the van. So let's have a rummage. Okay, so there's the guitar. It looks like the box is open a bit. This we'll come to later, but this is a pedal I've bought. Well, it's a DI that I've bought for ampless use, for recording and stuff, so maybe we'll try this later. And I also bought some guitar polish, but again, that's for later. Okay, let's get this thing out and have a little look. Alright, plenty of padding at least. Wow, it's really well wrapped. Got all the case candy, the Allen keys, and short jack lead, which we probably won't use. It looks to be well packaged. Start up here with the headstock. See what's going on with the headstock. So yeah, this was a customer return apparently, and so I got it. These are meant to be £199, but I got this for £175. So I'm hoping that the saving is not because there's any damage on it. But for starters, headstock looks all right. There's a slight little blemish there in the corner, but it's very small. Neck looks pretty good. No sharp frets at all. Wow, that is really smooth. That is a really, really smooth edged fretboard. I'm pleased with that. Small tuners. They all seem to move all right. The nut looks, I don't know how well it's been cut, but it looks intact and fine. Let's get it out of the bag. Okay. Wow, what a lovely colour. Okay, straight off the bat, that looks fantastic. Really, really cool looking bass. Trying to see why it's B stock and why it was returned. Doesn't seem to be. Maybe that's why. Oh yeah, there's a slight little blemish there. I mean, that really doesn't bother me. I hope that's the only thing that's wrong with it. It looks really nice. The neck looks really good. No damage on the body. I mean, yeah, it looks great. Let's just make sure the control knobs move all right. Yeah, and the switch. Yeah. Everything's in place. It's a nice stoptail bridge as well. I think Harley Benton do have done a hollow body bass before, but it's one of those sort of floating wooden bridges with a tailpiece, and it's a split pickup kind of affair, a bit like a Epiphone Rivoli, whereas this is, although it's passive, I think it's passive, is, well it is, yeah, there's no battery in this. It's more like a sort of Music Man style. Which, you know, single humbucker near the bridge. So yeah, let's see how this plugs in and feels and sounds. Okay, here it is, straight out of the box. It's a really nice looking guitar. It feels really nice. It's not the lightest hollow body I've ever held. It must have a centre block and stuff. I'll tell you what though, one thing I did notice was the balance is incredible. There's no neck dive in it at all. It feels awesome. Even with a strap, hands off, it just sits there. It's perfect. It doesn't dive, it doesn't fall down. So that's a really nice thing with a hollow body. I fully expected it to be falling over, but it sits perfectly. It's got a very big neck, sort of a big baseball bat C-shaped style neck. I'm used to playing jazz basses and stingrays, so this feels enormous to me. But if you're into that thing, that's kind of nice. Straight out of the box, the action's a little bit high, but that could be adjusted. It's holding its tuning really nicely. The intonation seems good. So that's pretty good out of the box. Doesn't really need much adjustment on that. So going on to the controls, we've got a volume and a tone and a three-way switch that gives you some other sounds out of this one pickup, which is quite a nice thing. So we'll dive into those in a minute. But this is just the bass straight into my EHX Battalion on my pedal board, no amp, being recorded into my PodTrack P4. So here's some clean on the switch down position, tone up, volume up. And then the middle position. That's a little bit more woolly. And then the top position. That feels a lot more sort of almost gainy, like pushing the pickup a bit. It's kind of nice. So if we go back to the middle position, we take some of the tone off. And then a little bit more tone off, all the way. So yeah, a bit like a lot of cheaper guitars, the tone doesn't really do anything until the last sort of 25% of the tone knob. But that's fine. For me, I just play it tone full anyway. I hardly ever use a tone control on anything. So that's clean. Let's try it with some chorus. In the down position with the tone and volume all the way up. And in the middle position. And in the top position. That's kind of nice for chorus. Okay, let's try it with some drive. In the top position, tone and volume at full. Wow, that's pretty good. And in the middle position. And the last position. Wow, that really growls, especially in that top position. So yeah, I mean, this is a really nice bass. The only thing being a B stock that I could find wrong with it was, as mentioned when we opened it, was this tiny little blemish that you can't even really see just inside the horn. It plays nice, it feels nice, it's weighted nicely. This is just a really nice bass.